Let's kickstart with the beautiful Shibani Hassamal from Mantra Foods. Thank you for joining us here and for being so bold and brave.
Well, I wish it was bravery. I was just making sure that at 10:30 I thought there would be no one. So that's why I chose
Well,
this
you
slot.
obviously have a fan club here, Shibani. Come on. Let's just take the deep dive, okay? So talking about what you do, you represent brands from Mantra Foods.
I think a lot of how we choose our brands has to do with the branding, what they represent. And it's always about quality. And similarly, Musetti is similarly like us, we're a family business. Till date, they still use like slow roasting, which enhances the coffee flavor and keeps the integrity of the different nuances and aromas. And this is what actually drew us to Musetti and their commitment to quality, even though it's a very niche brand that is not as marketed. I think that was what drew us to this brand. Secondly, I'd like to speak about Ahmad Tea as well, which is the other brand that we represent. And I know that I was telling Calvin, we're going to serve tea. And he's like, yeah, you could serve tea at a coffee festival. I was like, yeah, because I think that the Mauritian market is very divided. Because the coffee culture in Mauritius, like coffee shops and all of this, is quite a recent phenomena. I think 10, 15 years. But if you've grown up drinking tea, you're always going to be passionate about tea, even if you can do both. And so yeah, again, the cardamom tea, which we're doing tasting of in our stand, so I would ask everyone to go try that. It's one of my favorites actually, and that's how we ended up bringing it. I loved that tea so much, and I had to wait. And actually, my friend Anika, who's sitting here, is the one that introduced me to it. And I was like, I always have to struggle to get it from here and there. Let's try and bring it to Mauritius, and it's been doing very well. Like the clients really appreciate this brand, and similarly, it won the King's Award, the brand, last year, which is a very prestigious award in the UK, and it just shows that it's a quality brand. And there's accolation, which is the Great Taste Award as well in the UK, which is a food and beverage award that a company wins, and they have the award for 5 years. So last year they won it on the 6th of May 2024, and it's based on 4 pillars, one being sustainability, one being innovation, quality. So there are these 4 spectrums that you need to meet, values that you need to meet, and that's how you win the King's Award.
So you're really going for brands with the quality, with
for us
values that speak to the
absolutely
generation.
For us, it doesn't matter if it's as known or whatever, or if it's a mainstream brand. For us, the quality and the trust that we want the products to represent is very important to us. Have you ever seen this Fever Tree ad where they say 3/4 of the drink is the mixer? So similarly with coffee, if you're drinking coffee with milk, if 3/4 is the milk, you have to have a good one. It better be a good
absolutely.
one. Yes. We also bring the oat milk minor figures. And I'm really passionate about minor figures because I was trying to become vegan, and I had to try and find a brand that I could drink with coffee that I would enjoy. And when I discovered this brand, I fell in love with it. Not only just because it's quirky and it's fun. I mean, look at the packaging. It's like this, little duck on the packaging, which I found really funny and cool and hipster.
It catches your eye.
But what I like the most about Minor Figure is when they are making their oat milk, they're not saying to you, I'm here to replace milk. I'm not here to be a dairy alternative. I'm here to be what enhances coffee the most.
I have to tell you that I have tested Minor Figure, and I can tell you it really uplifts coffee. I mean, I'm an oat milk drinker, and you've got the right brand. Obviously.
Yes, definitely. I feel the same way as well. I feel that it's, and other than we talk a lot about the brands, the quality, and Minor Figure doesn't make 25 things. There's some brands that are doing 25 things, Minor Figures just does one thing and it does it well, and it makes just oat milk and barista oat milk for your coffee. So I think that's great about it.
Fascinating. What kind of advice would you give to somebody who's been a loyalist of dairy milk and wants to switch and explore alternatives here?
I think that if you want to make the switch, I don't think you need to give up something right away, right? I think it's also about trying what works for you. Making the switch doesn't mean stopping, you know? So you can do it gradually as well, and then you can try different types and see what works for you, you know? Like, definitely for coffee, hands down, I would say oat.
You've got me there.
Minor
Yes.
Figures, for sure. But, you know, like for your smoothies and all, you know, like a lot of people, I think that I'm not sure, but I'm pretty confident that the leader would probably be almond milk in the alternative section more than oat.
For smoothies?
No, I think just in general, the segment of the non-dairy would be very dominated by almond. But I think that if you want to do smoothies, you can do almond, you know, and you can try what works for you. I mean, we have pistachio milk that we don't have today at the stand, but I have pistachio milk in my coffee and I love it as well, you know?
Just the sound of it is enticing.
So it just depends what works for you.
Okay, anything else on the brand section? I know I stopped you when we started talking about alternative milk. Any other brands you'd want to talk about here?
We represent a great brand that is not here today, unfortunately. It's 137. And I would definitely get people to try that. And I mean, we have mantra shops all over the island, and it's in supermarkets as well. We have almond, pistachio, walnut, and that's a great brand, because if you read the ingredient list, it's literally 95% almond and 5%, and like I think pistachio seeds or something like that.
Yeah,
like
so the real deal.
It's just the real deal.
Yeah.
Like when you drink it, you know that it's like super thick, and you can feel like it's as if it's a homemade almond milk. Or same for all the other walnut, pistachio, it's the same thing. So I would definitely encourage people to try this whenever they're shopping.
Okay, definitely. Message heard loud and clear.
Thank you.
Shibani, confession time.
Okay.
What's your biggest coffee sin?
I'm sorry that it's not going to be an interesting one. If I have to be...
We're curious anyway.
So I'm not a coffee purist, so I can't drink an espresso, which is quite sad. But it has to be with my oat milk. So I think that's the biggest coffee sin I
Okay,
have.
so you're more latte or cappuccino type
I'm
of person.
more the flat white kind.
The flat white.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a flat white kind of girl.
As one of the sponsors, what impact do you hope the festival will have on Mauritius's coffee culture?
I thought when, Calvin spoke to me about this idea, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing, because I think that this is such a culture that is growing in Mauritius, and to have this kind of platform where people can come and enjoy different cups of coffee and different players on the island, I think that's amazing.
Well, thank you so much. Is there anything you'd like to add before we end this session?
I'd like to say thank you for your time and taking the time to interview me.
Well, it's been a pleasure. And
Thank
would you
you.
like to invite people to your stand and what's happening?
Please definitely come to our stand. We're doing pistachio latte, we're doing some cardamom tea tasting, and we're even doing a iced cappuccino. So if people want to try that, we have some great promos as well happening on our Eshire milk and on our cardamom tea. So yes, definitely come and have a look and look at all the products that we import and bring, and of course visit our shops, because that's where you can really see the choice of different products. Yeah.
Here it is, therefore, for Shibani
Thank you
Hassamal
so
from
much.
Mantra Foods. Big round of applause.